Hi, it's me, Tim Dodd, the Everyday Astronaut. Good evening, morning, wherever you are in the world. Hi. Happy post Thanksgiving to some of us in the United States, or happy Black Friday, I guess, if you're watching this in the morning. We're about to watch a really exciting mission. Actually, this is the type of thing that gets me really excited because this is Rocketlab, who is already one of my favorite rocket companies. I mean, definitely my favorite black rocket company so far. Their rocket, the Electron, is obviously amazing, and we're gonna see them try to do something today that so far only one other company has ever tried to do, which is recover a liquid-fueled orbital class booster. Period. And some caveats here. They're not actually going to really begin to recover it yet, but they're beginning the process of testing all the hardware. So the biggest thing is going to be trying to survive re-entry of the first stage. And eventually, I have a whole video about this, so if you need a breakdown, I'll be sure and make a card pop up here if you're watching this tomorrow, or otherwise just look through my things. I do have a video all about how Rocketlab plans to recover the first stage boosters. They will be using like a hypersonic deaccelerating balloon, a parafoil parachute, steerable, and then swoop it out of the air with a helicopter. And that's because the Electron is like around a metric ton when it's empty, so it's actually really lightweight, and it makes it a lot more manageable to be able to swoop it up with a helicopter. It's a whole thing. I did a whole video breakdown on it already. Let me wrap into, we need to do this first. I kind of jumped the gun here, but here we go. Let's check this out. So, of course, if you want to know more about this mission and any upcoming missions, you can go to Everyday Astronaut, what? everydayastronaut.com/pre-launch previews, or click on the pre-launch preview button right here. And then you can click on, you can see upcoming missions. And so we're going to go ahead and click on this one that says Electron, running out of fingers. And we're going to get a little rundown here. So this is going to be taking off. It's currently scheduled for 3:20 Eastern time, or 8:20, but it's 8:20 UTC. And that's, or I should have, we also maybe should have the New Zealand time up here as well. But the mission name is Running Out of Fingers because this is their 10th mission. So after this, they will have to no longer be able to use human hands, at least, to be able to count it. And it's going to be a rideshare mission organized by Spaceflight Industries. So a couple, we talked about the launch provider, of course, is Rocketlab. That's what rocket company this is. The customer, there's two main ones on this, or two. That's Alba Orbital and Ale Company Limited. Ale. And the rocket is their Electron rocket. Now, Rocketlab only makes one type of vehicle so far, and that's called the Electron. And I say so far, meaning like that's all they plan to do. And so far, they're just absolutely kicking butt with this vehicle. So, why do anything else for now? They're fulfilling their market needs. And yeah. So let me keep going here with this. It's a 77 kilogram payload, which is, again, this vehicle only has about a 250 kilogram maximum payload. So this is pretty light for them. Not entirely sure what that means for boost recovery or anything. They will not be doing any kind of like boost back burn or anything like that, or even a reentry burn. And we'll get into that a little bit more. I'm actually going to be sitting down with Peter Beck here before the end of the year and hopefully learn more about this mission. So let's really hope that this mission goes well, that they get a lot of good data, and then I'll hear from him in person on how it actually went. So stand by for that, because I think that'll be really good. I love asking engineers questions. Like, what is better than sitting there and talking to an engineer and asking them questions? I mean, in my opinion, there's like very few things that is more satisfying than that. So here we go. This is going to low Earth orbit, and this is they aren't necessarily going to recover this booster, or that they don't have any plans to recover. They aren't sending out the helicopter for this. They're really just working on practicing the reentry profile and seeing if they can get this booster to survive reentry without any kind of propulsive slowdown. And that's something that SpaceX could not do with their Falcon 1. And this is a different vehicle. It probably has lower mass fraction, so it's a lighter weight, carbon fiber, carbon composite tankage. It's a different vehicle altogether. Maybe they were able to put more heat shielding up. Who knows? And then the other part is they'll have to be able to transition from supersonic speeds and hypersonic speeds to supersonic speeds, and then be able to get slow enough where they can pull a parachute. And if we know anything about the Crew Dragon, and the Boeing CFT-100 Starliner, parachutes are actually really, really hard, like really hard. And I just even saw what was it? I just saw today another company was delaying something because of parachutes, and I'm like, what is happening? And I guess we're just still really bad at parachutes in general. So hopefully Rocketlab has an awesome parachute all figured out. But yeah, so they're going to be testing it, and then this first stage will crash into the ocean today, but eventually in the near future, hopefully we see them recovering it. They are not they don't have any plans to recover fairings that we know of. These fairings are new. So this will be the 10th flight for the Electron rocket. This is the 6th launch for Rocketlab in 2019. That's a pretty darn good cadence for such a new company, for such a young company, to go from 3 in the first 2 years to 6 this year. That's pretty amazing. Or sorry, they did 4, I guess, in the first 2 years. That's really genuinely quite amazing. This is the first flight of their block upgrade. So, and I'm really excited to listen to this live stream, which hopefully I have kind of pulled up here. Yeah, I'll let you know. We'll listen in, and hopefully we'll hear it when it starts up. But I really hope they tell us more and more about the recovery hardware. So far, the only thing you can really see in the pictures, the only thing, is these little tiny RCS thrusters, and they're adorable, and I want them. Yeah, so this is a graphic from Jeff Barrett, and just kind of runs down everything that we were talking about a second ago. So yeah, don't forget to click on these. This article in particular was written by Austin. Thank you, Austin. We finally have a team of hard-working individuals that are putting up these pre-launch previews and a lot more frequently. That's good because me and John, or John and I, yeah, that's how you'd say that in English. John and I were falling rather behind on these. So yeah, there we go. Yay. I am so excited. Also, before the stream gets started, I should remind you, I have a sale because we are doing Black Friday sales and Cyber Monday. The entire store right now in my web store, I have new shirts, new merchandise. I'm really excited about these ones too. Everything is automatically applied. You don't have to do a coupon code or anything. Everything is 15% off. So it says right here, if you can't read this at the tippity top, too bad. So there's some new shirts like this Lunar Mission shirt, which I'm super into. And this is really cool. It's actually based off of this photograph of Gene Cernan. And it says remove shoes before entering cabin. So that's actually what this little tag down here says. It says remove shoes before entering cabin. I'm just super stoked about this shirt. I don't have too many with graphics on the back, so you're welcome because people have been talking about that. And then this is our holiday themed-ish shirt, and it's an ode to Delta II because, Delta II is no longer flying. And it's just a beautiful shirt. So during Black Friday through Cyber Monday, if you order this shirt, you will also get a free print included. This is a picture I took when I saw the OCO2 launch in 2014. Man, that was a long time ago. I'm old. And then by popular demand, we finally do have full flow stage combustion cycle hoodies, which we did up the hoodie game a little bit. I prefer hoodies that are big. Maybe it's because I'm Midwestern and it's really cold, but I like big, soft, cozy hoodies that are extra big and kind of nice, where you can just kind of cozy up and sleep in them or something. So I changed which type of hoodie we're doing, and I really like them. So if you have one of the other hoodies and you liked that, then you're going to absolutely love this one. So yeah, check it out for the holidays. Like I said, this sale runs through Cyber Monday. Sales end at midnight Pacific time. So yeah, get your shopping in here now. We've stocked up on a lot of stuff, so have at it. Take 15% off automatically at checkout. It'll just be in there. You'll see it calculated. And yeah, that's about it. How is everybody? I feel like it's been a while, even though it hasn't actually been that long since we've actually had a live stream. I've had a very busy November. I should probably start off, since it's Thanksgiving here in the United States, I should say I'm very, very, very thankful for my father's health. I've had a lot of people asking how my dad's doing. Hi, Dad. He shouldn't be watching this. You should be very, very asleep. He is recovering very well from open heart surgery that I had 2 weeks ago. He has an artificial heart valve already. It got infected randomly about actually exactly 6 years after his original heart valve replacement was put in. Suddenly kind of got infected, got replaced 2 weeks ago, and he is doing fantastic. So thank you so much to everyone. It's been scrubbed. I'll stick around with you guys for a little bit though, because I stayed up. All right. Well, here let's read the tweet, and I'll get back to this. Looks like Rocketlab is launch updates. We're standing down from today's launch attempt. Let me make this big enough that you can see. Today's launch attempt to conduct further tests on ground systems. We'll update you with a new launch date soon. The window remains open until December 12th. Okay, so hopefully they'll get it figured out. Meanwhile, I had a dress run of what I'm going to be saying and talking about whenever this happens. Maybe if the space people line up a little bit, maybe it'll be not so late in the middle of the night. And if not, no big deal. Okay, so let's keep talking then. Poopity poop. I just wanted to say though again, yeah. So real quick. Back to my dad, and for all of you asking, he's actually doing fantastic. He's been out of the hospital for about a week already, and if honestly, I hadn't seen him for the last week. I was out of town for Cybertruck and stuff. So by the time, a week later already, he looks great, and he's doing really, really well. And the only thing you wouldn't be able to tell other than he's just like a little slower, although he's already walking like multiple miles a day, like 3 miles a day. My parents are unbelievably the most healthy, obsessed people, and they could both kick my butt in any athletic competition, period. So so thanks for asking. I should definitely get through some of these people that have said hi. Johnny B, thank you so much. Joe, you're doing a great job making space technology understandable to non-engineer. Yes, good, because I'm also not an engineer, so hopefully I explain things like a not engineer. So thank you so much, Joe. Tech Turtle, thank you very much. Brandon, free super chat. What? Awesome. SSG Stanford. Only a ginger can call another ginger. Did I just break a rule by saying the word ginger, though? That's the real question. Jordan Clifford, thank you very much. Jamie, hi. How are you? Let's learn to land some rockets. They're going to be doing some learning, and unfortunately it's not today, but thank you, Jamie. How are you? I miss you already. Jamie, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the show TMRO on YouTube. They're one of the big reasons why I do what I do. So if you don't subscribe to TMRO on YouTube, you're doing the internet wrong. Definitely check that out. I'm going to turn off the countdown timer. Boop. They're a big reason. The community of tomorrow is a big reason why I even got started in all this stuff. And then one of the ways that I learned a lot of the things that I learned today was from tomorrow. So, things I learned today is from tomorrow. Crazy. So, definitely check them out. Give them a follow. They're some of my favorite people in the world. So, hi, Jamie. Okay, Portuguese General or Deterth Ben Studios. I don't know what to say. And that's what he said. I also don't know what to say about your amazing name. Portuguese General on Deterth Ben Studios. That sounds like a name I used to name cars and motorcycles, very absurd things when I was younger. And I wish I still had that creativity, but I know Commander Varth, what was it? I had some really, really long names. Oh, gosh. If my friend Carl was listening right now, he'd be screaming into his computer because this is, we were very big. Well, Commander Cat Veneer and his Vam Howard Silence was one of them. I remember that. I think that was one of my motorcycles. Commander Cat Veneer and his Vam Howard Silence. Sir Alavita Verth Monsoon Jackson IV Jr. That was another one. Yeah. So I like your name. Thank you so much, Portuguese General on Deterth Ben Studios. I have a fond love for that name. Joel G. NZ. Cheers from New Zealand. Love your work coming to New Zealand. Joel, I was in New Zealand a year ago, and I cannot wait to go back to New Zealand. New Zealand is absolutely not only stunning, the people are so nice. Like, the people I met in New Zealand are everyone just has this like chill attitude. New Zealand is what Californians think they are. No offense, Californians, but like I feel like people of California always are like, they think like, yeah, it's not a big deal, but really they're just living in like a world of traffic and concrete jungle, and they're like sad. Not always sad, but I feel like New Zealanders are actually just like, they're just like unfazed by everything, and they're always just very welcoming. Not to say Californians can't be unfazed and aren't very welcoming to Higginbothams, but at the same time, in general, New Zealand is easily one of my favorite places. Now I'm gonna backpedal from that one. David S. Staying up late, hiding in my relative's basement so I can watch this. Where's my CST gang at? David, I really, really hope CST is finally getting closer. I hope that launches this year. That's, of course, wait, is CST... Oh, Central Standard Time is probably what you're talking about. I went CST 100 Starliner in my head because it's 2. See how good this is going to be when we actually do launch. I'm glad I'm getting all the kinks out now. I didn't know there was a CST gang. That's why I was maybe a bit taken back. Okay. I am Central Standard Time, so hello, David. But also, thank you. Renow, how's it going? Renow, oh, you've been around forever. Good evening, Tim. Hope everything went well for your dad. Hope for a good launch tonight. And, of course, this is now retro future past. I am sorry to report, of course, that I'm working on wrapping this up already. Blue Rhythm. Thank you for staying late to stream for us. You're welcome. And now it's literally just for you guys. Now I'm literally just hanging out to say hi to you guys. Nicholas, greetings from Germany. You're excited. I'm excited when this does finally happen. Yes, that'll be fantastic. And Derek, Leave is a new member. By the way, memberships really soon in the near future will have Discord integrations and stuff like that. I'm talking to some different engineers about making it so it lines up with our Patreon members. I will probably encourage people to consider doing YouTube memberships, just I don't know. Nothing against Patreon. I've actually been very happy with them, but I think it is kind of scary. What if like something happened to Patreon? That's like the reason I'm able to do what I do is because of my Patreon supporters. That's the reason why I can't wait to show you what I've got in the pipe for the next year. There's going to be a lot of travel and a lot of really cool opportunities, and that's always because of my Patreon. So I love you guys. Renow, okay, well, since the launch has been scrubbed, KSP. I think I'm going to call it a night. Hang on, I'll keep reading. By the way, looking forward to the busy end of the year for SpaceX and hoping to see Boeing launch Starliner soon. I am absolutely with you. Renow, I don't think I'm going to stream tonight, although you know what I'm thinking about doing? I did get a new computer. And I'm thinking about seeing what a $5,000 laptop can do with Kerbal Space Program. I realize I'm editing a ton on the road, like a lot, like almost as much as I am on my workstation now. And when you're sitting there waiting for 4K, ProRes files with After Effects rendering to render out, and you have to make a change, and it's the difference between something being out 1 day or 3 days later, like. I gotta have that horsepower. And even the Elon interview, having more horsepower is literally like cutting hours off of when that was able to be ready to go. And then any tweak after that is hours and hours. So I'm going to probably load up Kerbal Space Program and see how big of a rocket, how far I can push a $5,000 laptop. And I think that'll be a lot of fun. It'll be different for my channel. I'm not going to ever be going down like tech review things. But I think it'll be fun because, I hope that it's pretty fun, especially now that Kerbal's been utilizing a little more of the graphics processor. Finally, it'll hopefully do a lot better. So, Jeff Hurst, you remember me as the guy whose son Tom now works for SpaceX. That's right, Jeff. That's so awesome. After the Mark I pop, he coined the term for a star popper. It was a big hit on the shop floor that day. That is awesome. I have not heard that yet. That's so great. I'm glad to know that Tom's kicking butt and making people laugh at SpaceX. So thank you, Jeff. And Night Fox. Why can't I read that last one? Hello, YouTube chat. Oh, there we go. Night Fox, watching the live stream at my desk at work. Glad your dad's okay. Sucks the launch got scrubbed. I agree with you guys. Yeah, because I have to stay up late again, which is not fun. So people are asking about the computer. I almost hesitate to even say it because for some reason it's so polarizing to tell people that I do things on a Mac. Whoops. Look out. Uh-oh, here comes the vegetables. Yeah, I'm a Mac guy. I've built lots of PCs in my days, a lot. And yeah, my MacBook Pros have been unbelievable for me. I've literally never had any problems, except for thermal throttling when we're trying to do Starhopper stuff. Actually, you know what? I don't think the computer really ever pooped the bed. It was just about everything else that would just out of Boca Chica when it was really hot. Yeah, I don't think it was necessary. Actually, the computer only had one little glitch once during one of those Starhopper streams. The rest of the time is always like the live view unit, some kind of random camera like explosion basically. But yeah, I've been very, very, very happy. The big thing too is like resale value. I know that's weird to think about, but like, who's gonna buy your home built PC for anything? I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go down a little rabbit hole here because why not? It's late. But when I built a PC, you know, I dump a lot of money into it. They can be reliable. I'm not going to say they can't be reliable, but just the parts are all coming from different manufacturers. And all of a sudden my power supply went bad. I have to send that out now. Oh, my graphics card has a weird firmware update error with the motherboard because they were like two different protocol, whatever. Like all these little things are just kind of always happening. And downtime is an absolute killer for me. I've never had a day of downtime since I went with Mac. And I know that's anecdotal, I know. But then for me, like if I built a $5,000 PC, it could probably be a little bit faster. But then resale of that after 2 years of use would be horrible. And believe it or not, I've sold some used Macs for a shocking amount. So it tends to make up for that Mac tax just in resale value. That's me. That's the way I prefer to do things. I use some software that's only available on Mac. There's some software that I would love to use that is only available on Windows. So it's just a pros and cons thing. Everyone's got their own taste. But I'm not anti-Windows or anything at all. I grew up with Windows. Like I said, I've built PCs, but I just prefer to just be able to open up and be ready to go. There we go. That is my rant. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's not launching today for those people that are just now joining. It has scrubbed. Maybe I will edit the title right now so we don't get people confused. Scrubbed. Boom. Wow. David, funny thing, I did mean Central Time, but I also got a job at Boeing, so no way. So I guess CST stood for both. If you're ever in St. Louis, drinks around me. Sounds good, David. That is hilarious. I guess you are part of the CST gang now. That's super cool. Yeah, that's awesome. And sounds good. I do often drive through St. Louis. I've not done a meetup. I still need to do a Midwest meetup. I know. I promise I'll do it someday. Yeah, I better do that during like the holiday season, just because I feel like that's a good time for. What dates are those? Like over, like between New Year's and all that stuff. There is a weekend that's smack in the middle of those two. I don't know if that's a great time or a horrible time. But at least people don't have, like, I know college kids obviously don't have too many schools. So, let's see. Yeah. We still have people asking where the rocket is. The rocket launch has been scrubbed for today. So maybe I should just, like, put that up big on the screen. Here, I'm just going to make this as big as possible. And I'm just going to shrink my little head down to this. Launch update, and then I'm just gonna flash like this and just go boom, 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 boom. Don't watch this launch live stream because it's not a launch live stream. Yeah, there you go. I think that's actually gonna do it for me, so I can go to bed and stop being delusional, because this is exactly what this is gonna be like here in about I don't know, 24 to 48 hours, maybe 72. Who knows when the ground systems get figured out? But yeah, hopefully it's soon. They do have until December 12th. I hope it's not tomorrow night, because there's nothing worse than me staying up night after night after night and getting super far off schedule. But yeah. All right. Hey, RC Homemade Hobbies is a big fan that binge watched 30 plus hours of my content. Well, thank you for doing that. I have a lot of really fun content that I'm excited to put out. Yeah, which is why I should probably go to bed and just stop talking. Yeah, I think that's just going to do it for me. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Hit me up on Twitter and all that stuff. And also, don't forget, while we got it up, do take advantage of this. The 15% off thing is a great deal. Get in here, get 15% off, get some new shirts while they're in stock. This one, of course, like I said, comes with a free print too. And it's already a less expensive shirt because it doesn't have that like custom tag and all the cool. It's not quite as elaborate and premium as the ones with the tags. So get on that if you want it. You'll probably be seeing me wear it a bunch because I think it's dope. But yeah, so yeah, happy holidays if you're in the U.S., I guess. I think that's like, I don't think there's anyone else out there celebrating like a takeover of other people's land. What? Like we do here. But I do enjoy the food. So, sky's the limit. Love your videos. Always learning something new. Thanks for staying up despite the scrub and happy your dad is doing great. Well, good. Thank you. I'm very glad he's doing great because he is actually doing fantastic. So, yeah. I'm gonna get out of here before you guys. All right, that's it. That's gonna do it for me. I'm Tim Dodd, the Everyday Astronaut. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me, even though there was nothing to really watch, unfortunately, today. Stand by. Pay attention to the pre-launch previews, Twitter, all that stuff, and you'll be able to know when their next attempt will be. So, yeah. All right. That's gonna do it for me. Okay, that's gonna do it for me. I'm Tim Dodd, the Everyday Astronaut, bringing space down to Earth for everyday people. Good night. Bye, guys.